Hello there, it's me, Jar Jar, and today I have LEGO set number 75299, Trouble on Tatooine. It has 276 pieces and costs $29.99. This just released January 1st, 2021, and it's based off of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. Here's the set. So the first minifigure of the set is the Mandalorian, but this is the Mandalorian with his Beskar armor here, which is brand new and exclusive to this set. Let's get his accessories out of the way though. He's got his rifle here, which I'm not a huge fan of the brick built style, where it just uses a normal Star Wars pistol, a brown lightsaber hilt, and this clip piece here. I wish that they would just make a new piece, but I'm okay with it. And then he also comes with one of his pistols, which is the Agent's pistol, not the Star Wars pistol. You could see there the Agent's pistol. And then here's what the Star Wars pistol usually looks like, so that's interesting. For the Mandalorian himself, he has the same paper style cape and the same cut cape as his previous versions. However, his head is different, his helmet. It is a shinier, lighter gray than the older versions of the Mandalorian. So that's nice to see that they're making it a little more accurate. And you can see that the main reason to get this character, get this set, is the amazing torso and leg printing for that armor. Let me see if get some light on there. There you go. So his head is black, no Pedro Pascal face underneath, but just looking at the armor, it looks stunning. It is great. Previously, we've only gotten the armor that appears in the first 2 episodes of Mandalorian Season 1. We didn't get the armor from the rest of the series. You know, he gets this Beskar armor in episode 3 of Season 1. He wears it for the rest of the series, at least so far. And we didn't get it. And it just looks really nice. And it is silver, so it shines. You could see that. It reflects light. And something even more amazing is, guess what? Arm printing. LEGO doesn't do arm printing that often. I mean, look at it this way. We just got arm print Darth Vader in 2020. Darth Vader is the most iconic villain of all time, and we just got arm printing for him. So LEGO doesn't like to do arm printing, but this is spectacular on both arms, including the one on this side, which has the Mudhorn signet there. I don't know if you could see that. It's a little hard to see. It's a little small, but it is there on his pauldron on the shoulder. And then there is some printing in the back there for the Beskar Mando. The reason why a lot of people will get this set, and I don't really blame them. It's a pretty cool fig. So the next figure is the Child. This is the cheapest way to get the Child in LEGO form. He's in 2 other sets. He's in the $120 Razor Crest, and he's also in the buildable the Child, which is $80, but this is the cheapest way to get him in this $30 set. He uses a new head mold specific for this character, but he uses the body, his head and his body can detach. The body is based on the baby that was used in the CMF series, that was used in LEGO City. So this is just kind of, not an exclusive mold or anything like that. They use this for other baby pieces, but they did do it in a new color, obviously, with sand green hands and printing on it. And you can see the back there. And here is his head, which is exclusive to the character, obviously. Is in those other 2 sets that I previously mentioned. It's rubbery, so the ears will not fall off, not break off. And you could just attach his head there and spin it around if you'd like to. He stands on one side, as you could see. And so yeah, the cheapest way to get the Child. The last minifigure of the set here is the Tusken Raider. Now he has a gaffy stick here, so you could see that there. It's a pretty nice build for that stick, that weapon that he uses. And just kind of our standard Tusken Raider with the head mold for him, which is a nice hard plastic. And that's one piece right there. And some nice torso and leg printing with the detail, and some back printing. So not much with him, but a nice inclusion. Now on to the builds. So there's 3 builds of the set. There's the Mandalorian speeder bike, there's the Ballista back here and the Tusken Raider's little hut. We'll start with the speeder bike here, the Mandalorian speeder bike, which is very nice. Some great detailing on it. Definitely gives you some Endor Return of the Jedi vibes here. Just the way that it looks, really nicely built, and you can see there's some greebling details on the sides, on both sides, and there is a spot to put Mando himself. Unfortunately, there's not that much space for his cape. I mean, there's space for his cape, but you could just plop him in right here, right on that tan spot there. So you can see he's in there, and you can also have him grab the little controls, which are also pistols. You could play with it and make it look a little bit better, but there you go. That's what I'm gonna do for now for the review. But you have him in there. Could sit him up a little more. There we go. I popped off a piece, but other than that, there you go. He's in there, and that looks good. Like I said, there's not really that much space for the cape to flow downward, kind of flow upward, but kind of looks a little weird. It's okay. There's 10 clips on both sides, and that is perfect for his weapons, which are great. You could put the little pistol here, and you can take his rifle and stick that on the side here too. And here, interestingly enough, they use this, which is a kind of baby carrier. Let me see if I could get it off. I could get it off. It's very easy. This piece, which is supposed to go around a minifigure's neck to kind of, you know, so you could put a baby in it, and the minifigure is carrying the baby in a little pouch, you know, like they have little baby pouches, but they put that on the side to kind of replicate the bag that the child is held in the episode. So you could just put the child in there, and he fits in there snugly. And you got Mando, and you got the child on their speeder that you could see there. The weapons are on there and everything, and it looks really cool, I gotta say. Good job with the speeder. I like it. Let's move on to the hut. So here's the Tusken Raider hut here. There's a nice little campfire that's in the front here, you could see. Uses some interesting part usage, and the hut itself, you can actually move. You can open it up a little bit more. You can close it. All the roof pieces are on hinges, so if you want to open it up like that a little bit more, I don't see why you would want to, but if you want to, you can. Kind of defeats the purpose, but if you want to kind of have it a little bit different, you can. But to actually, you know, get inside, like I said, they're on some hinges on the bottom as well, so you can open it up. You can see inside here, there's just one pot here with a bone in it, so not much with that. And there's also like a little pan over here. Nice little pan build. Let's see, let me take that out of the way. There you go, nice little pan build. So you can, of course, put your little Tusken Raider by, here he is, by the fire here. You could sit him down, you could stand him up. There you go. You can also sit him inside here, kind of like this. Let's see. I put him on, there's 3 studs right here. You could put him in there and then close it up, and he's in his little hut there, which is cool as well. You know, not much to it. Here's the back side of that hut there. You know, there's still some holes here and there, but it gets the point across, you know. So the final build of the set is the Ballista here. So this is the Ballista that they use in episode 1 of season 2 of The Mandalorian. And there is a spring-loaded shooter right on the front here, as you could see. So you just push down on the top like all other spring-loaded shooters and comes out. But what's interesting is this spring-loaded shooter is in gunmetal gray, which is awesome. The ammunition is in gunmetal gray, which is awesome. We've not gotten that before. If we take that off, you could see some more detailing on the Ballista here. You know, kind of what you see is what you get with this one. There's some legs on the bottom here that you can, you know, move, pose if you'd like to make it a little bit taller. You can make it a little bit taller, but that's up to you. You kind of have the replication of a string here, for the Ballista. And there's also just a little agent's gun on the back there. You can see that you can hook up your little Tusken Raider to. So kind of does look a little ridiculous with this giant thing, and he's just kind of holding it from this little thing here, but that's okay. Still pretty cool. So that's it for the builds of the set. Now let's look at the box, the instruction manual, the extra pieces, all that stuff. So there's actually kind of a lot of extra pieces in this set. Obviously the most notable is an extra one of the ammunition for the spring-loaded shooter, as they always give you extra, but again, in gunmetal gray. Not that much else in here. Bone, a couple of those agent's pistols, and fire piece. But other than that, not much with the extra pieces. Nothing too exciting. The instruction manual here is exciting, though. If we go in, we could see there's 3 bags in here. And we go to the back, and we'll see there are about 54 pages of building. But interestingly enough, there are some sets in here that have not been released or revealed yet. I think technically have not been officially revealed by LEGO. This X-Wing came out in January. Same thing with the TIE Fighter, and this set and the Microfighter all came out in January. But these 3 sets here, the Imperial Shuttle, the Microfighter Tauntaun versus AT-AT, and the Resistance X-Wing, which is a 4+ set, all come out later this year, later 2021, but I don't think they've been officially revealed by LEGO. So that's interesting. We get to see some sets. They got, they got pushed back. So that's what's happening with that. There's the minifigures, including the minifigures from the Imperial Shuttle, from the Resistance X-Wing, and the Microfighters. Here's all the pieces if you're interested in that. Win ad at the back. And then finally, here's the box, kind of a standard $30 box size. Not fitting in frame. There you go. Standard $30 box size. Says Star Wars. You get the Mandalorian on the top here. You can see that. It's a little dark. He's on the top there. You can see him. He's the size reference as well. And, some more art on the side of the box. And the back of the box just shows you, what I showed you on the top of the box right here. Interestingly enough, on the instruction manual is Darth Vader. You could see that. So they don't match. This one's Darth Vader in the instruction manual. Then that's Mando. So it should be Mando. It shouldn't be Darth Vader in the instruction manual. But that's just interesting. For $30, I do think it could have been better. But I think, the builds are kind of, they're mediocre. The speeder bike is definitely my favorite build here. I like the tent, the hut, the tent, whatever you want to call it. The Ballista is okay. Spoilers for the episode. Obviously, I think an attempt at Cobb Vanth or Cobb Vanth speeder would have been really cool, but Star Wars doesn't tell Disney everything, so maybe Disney didn't know about that. Especially with new stuff, with new shows, new movies. Star Wars doesn't tell Disney everything. For example, last year, LEGO didn't know about the Child. Otherwise, they would have made a set with the Child for the Mandalorian premiere. Star Wars doesn't share everything, so maybe they didn't share Cobb Vanth. Otherwise, Cobb Vanth speeder would have been amazing in here with obviously Cobb Vanth as well. An attempt at a crate dragon would have been awesome as well, because it is kind of weird. Like on the box, they kind of show you this false thing that the Tusken Raider is attacking Mando, but that's not at all what happens in the episode. In fact, the opposite, they team up. So I would have liked to see them try to do a crate dragon. Obviously, that would have made the set more expensive, but at least try to do the crate dragon and do Cobb Vanth speeder. But maybe that could be its own set in the future. A combination crate dragon, Cobb Vanth speeder in a set would be pretty cool as well. I think like I said, the builds are kind of mediocre. They all kind of feel like side builds. So it kind of feels like 3 side builds in a set. It just shouldn't equal this, but the minifigures are spectacular. For $30, you really can't go wrong, right? You're getting Beskar Mando, who's exclusive, who's the version of the Mandalorian that you want to get, because he's in a majority of the series. You're getting the child here in the cheapest set, so if you don't have the cheapest way you could get him, so if you don't have the child, you might as well pick up this set. It's only $30, and if you want the child, you also get Beskar Mando. You get the best version of Mando, so far the best version of the child as well, and the Tusken Raider can't hurt either. So I think the minifigures do really carry this set. Not that the builds are terrible, just like I said, I feel they all feel like side builds. None of them feel too awesome or too great, but the Speeder is my favorite, then the Hutt, and then the Ballista. So I would definitely recommend it. Really kind of just recommend it for the minifigs alone, especially these two over here, but still a really good set. Would recommend it for $30. Thanks for watching.